A quest for adventure, enlightenment, and heart-pounding thrills.
None of us can actually sit still.
Explore a little-known land of uncommon beauty and untold risks.
A lot of the stuff that we do is quite dangerous.
Sri Lanka, Out of the Ashes. Starting July 14th at 7 and 10 on National Geographic Today.
All this week, we've been travelling the exotic island of Sri Lanka. Our guides, a team of young guys who are hungry for adventure and exploration. And they just happen to be professional kayakers as well. They are on a mission to find the ultimate river, uncharted waters which will test their skills and endurance. Located just off the coast of India, Sri Lanka is a place of steep canyons and huge waterfalls. A place where a lengthy civil war has finally given way to peace. Sri Lanka, out of the ashes.
When we decided to take this trip halfway around the world, it was really pioneering whitewater in Sri Lanka because no one's ever really come here to explore the whitewater options of the country.
Kayaking was an avenue to travel. You know, we went to beautiful places and had our kayaks, and it gave us something to do while we were there. None of us can actually sit still. Fortunately, we have to actually be doing an activity.
When you're laying back in bed at night and you're dreaming, you always have that one thing in the back of your head, that one feeling that you get, and it pretty much tops all others. And for me, that feeling is when I get to go and do a creek and know when I'm going over the lip that I'm going to make it through and it's going to be good. That's the feeling that I look for.
Well, we've just spotted a sign for a waterfall. We're on another epic search for waterfalls, like always.
Right now, just kind of some tension building because we're kayakers and we haven't been on water yet, so a few people are getting a little antsy to get on water. There's no guidebook. You're sort of writing the guidebook, and that adds a lot of adventure in itself, and in many ways great, and in many ways it's a bit hard.
We're here at the top. We're going to start getting in the river, and apparently there's going to be an awesome waterfall and some rapids down here. We've been waiting for this moment for days, and it's finally come. I think the team morale has just peaked.
This river that we ended up getting to was spectacular. There's plenty of water in it. There's a series of waterfalls ending in a magnificent 25-foot waterfall. We had no clue we were going to find this kind of a river, and the energy just went through the roof.
Looks pretty good, kind of doable. On the right, the water just siphons right down in through some rocks, and so it is a potentially really dangerous area, but I think it is good to go.
You look for danger points, and the team knows what a danger point is. It could be an undercut, it could be a sticky hydraulic. You never put on a river without being able to stop, assess a situation, and deal with the situation.
It's hard to really describe the feeling that you have. Smooth bedrock, you know what you can do, and you're breaking it apart, and you look at it and you say, this is all perfect. It kind of goes through a little bit of a gorge. It's a tight little chute. You come shooting out, and then you're at the commitment zone. Once we started into the last rapid, there was no turning back. There was a long rapid that kind of meandered through a gorge, and then it ended up in a pool, and it turned and it dropped over a 30-foot waterfall.
All you had to do was get to the lip and take what nature was going to give you. Brad and I had the idea of getting speed and kicking off the left wall to clear the seam, but both of us kicked off the left wall right into the fold on our heads, and Brad ended up breaking his paddle right across his chest. Luckily, I didn't break my paddle, but Seth showed us how to run the waterfall properly.
If you land flat, there's always the possibility that you're going to break your back. Generally, what you want to do is just land at a nice 45-degree angle. That way the boat takes most of the impact, and It lets you just go right down under without feeling anything, really.
I'm very excited to be able to come here and paddle a first descent. I don't want to exploit this country in any way. I was a little bit skeptical, I was a little bit scared, and I wanted to be able to wake up in the morning and go for a run. No problem. Everybody here is super nice and extremely helpful.
I've sort of got a renewed sense of exploration. It's a place I'll never forget. I've experienced things with friends and met new people in Sri Lanka, and they're all going to stick with me forever and change who I am. You know, I'll live differently because of my experience here, and I'll be counting the days down until I can come back.
It's hair-raising stuff for sure. Now, our guys have kayaked all over the globe in the toughest and most remote rivers on the planet, and they rate this ride in Sri Lanka as one of the top 3. Well, stay with us. There's lots more to come when National Geographic Today comes back.